It may be difficult for others to find works you've authored, especially if you have a common name, have changed names, or have used several forms of your name. The purpose of the ORCID registry is to clearly and definitively differentiate one author from another by creating a unique identification tag, the ORCID identifier. The ORCID identifier is initiated by the scholar or by his or her institution. It is then used by universities, publishers, and other organizations such as the MLA to differentiate authorship of the publications in their files. ORCID aims to create a clear, permanent record of scholarship that transcends discipline, geographic, national, and institutional boundaries. The information publicly associated with each ORCID ID is limited to non-sensitive information, such as names, affiliate organizations, and research activities. The ORCID registry uses an identification number for differentiation, and ORCID does not store sensitive information. In addition, as the owner of your record, you control what information is associated with your identifier and manage 3 levels of privacy, choosing which information to keep private for your own records, which to make viewable to trusted parties, and which to make available to the public. ORCID is a not-for-profit organization, and there is no cost to the individual to create or maintain use of an identifier. The ORCID registry has been established as open access, meaning that a subscription is not needed to use the information held there. Many academic institutions assign their affiliated researchers ORCID identifiers, but it is also easy to sign yourself up as an individual. There are many advantages to having an ORCID identifier, including the ability to claim your publications for the purposes of demonstrating scholarly output, to differentiate yourself from other researchers with similar names, and to make it easy for students and colleagues to find works that you've written. The MLA has worked with ORCID to help you create a listing of your publications that were indexed in the MLA International Bibliography database. To claim your ORCID identifier using MLA Bibliography records and to fill in your publication history, go to biblink.mla.org. Alternatively, BibLink can be accessed through the main ORCID site at orcid.org by selecting MLA International Bibliography under Link Works. Enter your name and an email address and create a password. Select your notification preferences and your default privacy setting for new research activities below. Read and accept the terms of use, then click Authorize. At this point, you may be presented with a list of instances of your name, if it is already associated with an ORCID ID. Either select any of the existing IDs or continue with your registration by clicking None of these are me. On the next page, you will have the opportunity to add any other names you have published under, such as your full name, your maiden name, and so on. Then click Find Works. You will see a list of publications that have been published under your name on the right. On the left, there are options to narrow the list by publication title or date of publication. You may wish to use these options if your list of publications is too long to browse. When you see a publication that belongs to you, click Add to ORCID. To remove a publication from your list, click Added to ORCID. If any of your publications are missing from this list, this may be because they have not yet been indexed in the MLA Bibliography. If the missing publication fits the scope of the bibliography, please notify the MLA of its absence. Please see mla.org/bibinclusion for instructions. We will then include the work in the bibliography. When you have finished selecting your publications, click Done. This will sign you out and return you to the sign-in page. Now that you've created your ORCID ID, you can access and manage your record by signing in to orcid.org, where you can continue to add publications as needed. For more tutorials about the MLA International Bibliography, visit mla.org/bibtutorials. Like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter to get announcements as new tutorials are released. And if you have more questions, contact the MLA at bibliography@mla.org.